Good afternoon. We have players, parents, and coaches. Thanks for being here. My name is Luis Silva, coach from Mexico Football Juvenil. Today we're going to play. That is the name of the presentation, as well as a powerful phrase for the kids, for the parents, for the coaches. This creates emotions, and I try to join today. How are we going to plan and define our training sessions? I will give a context and I will arrive to that point. It will take me about 15 minutes. So let me start with this phrase. If you can describe what you are doing as a process, then you don't know what you are doing. This is also a very powerful phrase. This creates opportunities also for us in Mexico. I believe most of the youth coaching, youth training in Mexico is not properly planned. Sometimes not planned at all. So we are here because of the development of the kids. Kids that sometimes are wondering, what is this guy looking for? This is the coach. They need to speak the same language in football terminology. That's what we are looking for. As every institution, we have a vision, a mission, and values, and we have made them stronger after what we are doing. Let me explain to you. We made a soccer analysis. We do it benchmarking of best practices from other countries, and we did a gap analysis. This allows us to increase our soccer knowledge. And as a result, we also increase in the game that we love, the game of soccer. Today, we are going to talk about the management of the training. But there are some other elements that we are going to be developing and talking with you sooner. So, the game of the soccer is all about attacking, defending, and transitioning. Building up and scoring, disrupting the building up, and preventing the opponent from scoring. The long-term outcome is the player development. The outcome of the game is to win a match. There are two objectives: score and prevent score. There are also two methods. You have to get the ball and take your players to the goal scoring area. And you have to prevent the opponent to take the ball and the players to the goal scoring area. So these are the 4 moments of the game of soccer. And they have principles, key principles, that define how a team is going to play. There are also soccer phases of play. In the defending, we have different soccer phases. We can maybe identify teams that are very good in bunkering, teams that do a very good job pressing, and there are other soccer phases at the attacking. Today, our training session is about building from the defensive half. That is a problem that we have identified and that we are going to start working during the first and today practice. This is the traditional approach of soccer. And these are the 4 elements of the player development. I'm not going to get into details, but just to let you know about this traditional approach that can be very simple. And it also includes principles of attack, principles of defense, and the development stages according to the long-term athlete development. Okay. The best way that the players learn to play is playing the game. So we are going to start working with the play, practice, play. That will help them to make decisions according to the problems that they find. This is the logical structure of the soccer in football terminology. Attacking, transitioning, defending. The team model, this is our destiny. And the building blocks are the way of how we are going to get there. So, according to the last structure, if we are going to coach, then the coaching of the soccer is coaching of attacking, transitioning, and defending. And these are soccer actions. Our players need to know how to work on these different technical attributes. We're going to be evaluating regarding these soccer actions the position, the moment, direction, and the speed of every action. If I can map that, looks like this. Soccer action, choose what is the position to give a pass. What is the position to head the ball. Recognize the timing, the speed of the action, the direction of the action. But that's not all. We need to see the soccer action without the ball, the soccer actions with the ball, but also the game inside of the player, as well as the communication of the player with their team and with the whole teammates. As a coaches, we want better actions and more actions, but not only for the first 10 or 20 minutes. We want to maintain this, maintain good actions and maintain many actions. And we are going to be working on the football fitness through the soccer training. Training activities. The purpose of this is to increase the match performance. The training activities, therefore, be thinking regarding a play, a match. They must resemble the game. As a coach, I will be doing analysis. And the main focus when we do analysis is the problem identification. And if we identify a problem in a football situation, maybe the best way to fix the problem in a training is through a football situation. So we are going to define objectives, and I will be working in the periodization and the structure of the training sessions for the week, for the month, for the year. I will be evaluating the training performance. Does this resemble the game? Is this organized? Does this present a good challenge to our players? Is this game alike? Things like that. I will be evaluating the performance of the players in the team in terms of football actions. Of course, my last goal is your development. About the player, my expectations, they need to learn to read and understand the game and make decisions. They have to take initiative and be proactive. They have to demonstrate focus. I want players that be match ready. They will or must execute with optimal technical and physical abilities, and they should take responsibility of their development. So there is a process, the learning process or the learning circle that allows the player, and they should be working on this, experiencing the game. They have to be reflecting the game according to the information or feedback or questioning that we work with them, and they must pay a lot of effort and enjoyment during the training, during the matches. So this is about the training activities. The coaching influence of the soccer actions of the players. And the final result, the aim is to increase the soccer performance. And we need to understand that the players need to make choices and decisions independently. They must act, or they should act and react efficiently. We're going to define objectives, team functions, team tasks, and of course the soccer actions. We're going to talk about when we have the ball, when we don't have the ball, communications, game insight, and of course the football fitness. So the match intentions are winning, the team function is attacking, the team tasks building and scoring, and we have some guidelines to dribbling, passing, receiving, shooting, heading. And we can take advantage of the small-sided games that will allow us to define different rules, but very, very specific actions that we want to develop. The small-sided games help us to develop the creativity, to be very specific in our reactions. Things go very happen, very repetitions. So we're going to be working on that. Let me explain the problem we have very fast. This is the field. Our main problem for the U6, the one that we are going to be working today, has to deal with the middle of the field. Our midfielders, number 8 and number 10, need to increase their tactical awareness, to open spaces, to pass, to dribble, and go through this area. So, how are we going to handle this on the training? This is very important because this is the way and the thing that I want to present to you today. We made a problem identification. We defined the content and the methodology. We work in the phases of the training with several instructions and corrections. And let me give a zoom to this so you can take a look of this better. Let me show you. Problem identification. What is the problem? Who, where, when, and why? The build-up by the midfielders in our own half. When the midfielder number 8 and number 10 has the ball close to the middle line, they struggle to find or create spaces with the teammates. They need to increase the tactical awareness. So for this, we define for the U6 the content and methodology. The team function attacking, the team task building up. The player actions, pass or dribble forward, create passing options. The key qualities that we are looking for and developing, decision making, reading the game, initiative. Parts of the field around the middle line. Role of the opponent, outside midfielder plays one-on-one, blocking, a lot of space behind him and the goal. Objective, improve, building up from our own half in order to move the ball in the opponent's half. So, having defined that and working with the play practice model, this is the first play phase, intentional free play, 2 versus 2. The game rules, mark out 20 per 10 yard fields, each with 2 mini goals. Players are divided in 2 pairs and take turns playing 2v2. We're going to play for 10 minutes. So, the field dimensions, the number of best, balls, cones, and this is how we can take a look of the training. This is the first phase. Number 8 and number 10, maybe, what can number 8 do? Maybe take a run. When is a good moment to pass? When is a good moment to dribble? Those are the questions that our players, I don't need an answer right now. They need to find themselves on the field. Maybe this is a good spot to get the ball. They're going to be developing that during that. What I'm gonna be doing with these instructions, corrections, you're gonna be hearing me talking about look up, pass, dribble. What are the options when you have the ball? What is a good time to dribble? And when should you pass? I'm gonna be taking a look at developing also actions with the ball, actions without the ball, game insights, and communications. This is gonna be a standard, but we are going to be changing during this activity. So let me move to the practice, the core activity, passing. Now we have different games, different organization. 22 cross 25 yards field with 8 players, with 8-yard zone in the center. So right here we have 8-yard zone. This is the defensive zone. One of the groups, the attackers, has 1 ball for each player. The other has none. The attackers try to get the ball across the center, the defending zone, and pass to a player on the other side. The receivers dribble across the end line and it starts over again. The coach, I will be acting as a defender, blocking the pass, blocking passing. This is going to be for 20 minutes. So I'm going to be blocking all these and they have to go through the middle. We want to develop that. We're going to focus the core activity there. If we need to make this less challenging, then we can decrease the defending zone, the middle zone. If we need to make this more challenging, then we can add some defenders. So the game, the rules, the organization from the practice are the same with these adjustments to make more or less challenging. We close the training with the second playing phase, which is the game. The game rules: mark out regular 4v4 field, 35 cross 25 yards with 2 mini goals. Divide the players in 2 teams or 4 teams. Teams play 4v4 using the layout of the games, and we're gonna play for 20 minutes. This is a small side game where we are going to continue developing the objective, the team function, the team tasks. When we're going to keep taking a look and observing the player actions, the key qualities, and guidance the training. So this is, here you can see the number 8, the number 10, maybe some streakers here. And they have to open the space, they have to do some of these things: pass, dribble, create pacing options, getting open, checking away, recognizing the correct moment to speed up, things like that. So this is the training for today, and this is only part of our periodization. This training could be right here. The first day, Monday, and we have to define for the whole week, the whole month, and we have to make a periodization for the whole season, including the schedule, duration, intensity, main phases of the play, training focus, key technical elements, and the overload of the game. And this has to be made for U6, U8, U10, and going on. I'm very excited about this. I hope you enjoy this as we start at the beginning of this presentation. Today we're going to play. Let's go to the field. Thank you very much.